All right, sorry that video was a little bit rushed at the end, so I'm going to go through this last part one more time. If you feel like you understood it, you can skip ahead to where I go to the part E, okay? But you might want to rewatch this. So let's talk again and go through step by step. When had we acquired a balance of 22,000? So 22,123 equals 21570. And then remember, we found that the part that was in parentheses, this 1 plus 0.019 divided by 2, was actually equal to 1.00158. And it's really important you carry out quite a few decimals because otherwise you're going to be off with rounding errors, okay? So this is where we got to. We still need to isolate our exponential. So I'm going to divide both sides by 21570. And because this is a real life problem, I want to know what that number actually is. So I did that in my calculator, 1.0199. 1.0199 is now equal to 1.00158 to the 12t. And you could solve this like we did on the earlier ones where you take the log with a base of 1.00158, but that's just kind of a weird log to use. So I'm going to choose to undo this exponent by introducing a log of both sides. What this does, on the left side, I get the natural log of 1.0199. And on the right side, this 12t swings down in front. And we'll do more with this in the coming weeks. So I get 12t times the natural log of 1.00158. So in this whole mess, remember the question was when. So I am trying to solve for t. So I'm going to need to divide by 12. I'm also going to need to divide by this natural log. So the easiest way to do that is to do it all at once. The natural log of 1.0199 divided by, we said we needed to divide by 12, and we needed to divide by the natural log of 1.00158. And when I did that in my calculator, t was 1.0400. Okay? And so what we're doing is we're using a natural log so that this part in the exponent can come down, right? Because a log undoes the exponential feature of an expression. All right, so knowing the car's original cost, how much more did Ms. Schwartz pay? It says, hint, include the down payment. Well, from up here, my loan ended up being $23,717.86. But then if you remember, I had a down payment of $4,000. So I'm going to add that $4,000 to this. So I get 1,772. So I ended up paying $27,000, almost $28,000 really, for a car that was only supposed to cost $25,000. What that means is that the cost of my loan, right? I had to borrow $21,000, but the bank made some money off of me by lending me money. It's what we call charging interest, right? When you lend something to somebody and you say, yeah, but I'm going to charge you interest, it means that they're going to ultimately pay you back more than what they borrowed, because it's a way of saying, hey, I understand that you were generous enough to give me some of your money, and that was putting you out for a while, so now I'm going to pay you back, and it's actually worth more. All right, so it says other notes from the end of the video. Just be aware that there are a lot of uses for exponentials and logarithms. Things like credit card bills, student loans, buying a house. What other examples have we done in classes? The logarithmic scale is actually used for mapping this whole pandemic and what's going on right now with COVID-19. It's also used for calculating the strength of earthquakes. It's another thing that logs are used for. So there's a lot of reasons why these things exist in our world, and we need to understand that relationship between exponential growth and logarithmic growth and how those things can undo one another. If you have any questions about the financial piece of this, Okay? These are all real world things that you will need to deal with as adults: credit card statements, student loans, buying a house, etc. Start talking to your parents about it now. They've been through a lot of it and they could probably help you out. And if you have any individual questions and you just kind of want to chat about it, Mr. Foster, Mrs. Fry, and I are around. We'd be happy to talk to you about some of the other uses for this part of math, because this is actually like the cool math. So, all right. Don't forget you have a assignment in Schoology that must be done. It counts for points, so please do it. Open it early, read through it, see what you got to do. Should look very similar to today's lesson. Hopefully that helps. Let us know if you need anything. We miss you.